One of the downsides of big audiophile shows like Axpona is that they're too big. You can't get to everything in one weekend. And even though there's lots of press there, the press tends to focus on the big rooms, the big brand names, the stuff that their subscribers know well, and advertising dollars, totally understandable business decision. And but the downside is that many very innovative rooms doing things even more advanced get ignored or don't get focused on as much. So my theme for Exponent 2026 was to focus on those rooms that are doing things unique, either aesthetically, performance, technology, all those things combined. And I think I've been pretty successful. I think I found the treble clef audio room. Haven't seen that before or very rarely. And that is one I'm going to definitely going forward feature. Purify isobaric sub, never seen that with the unique design. Even ones that aren't aesthetically unique, those in the know knew that the Radiant Acoustics and the Ex Machina room, those were very innovative box speakers with active DSP, things, driver technology, Purify, that are cutting edge. And then some other things I featured, the Swan audio with the 3D printed purple rocket ship, battery powered, everything in that room was unique, one of one. Fourier transform speaker. I have featured that in the past. He's been in my group. He's a member and telling me about this, but it's evolved and rarely do you see a speaker like that. In fact, that's one of one as well. And then obviously the acoustics, room treatments, Thoris electronics, it goes on, which what I found is cool stuff at this show. But another thing that I think got overlooked was the Metaxas room. Now, Metaxas has been there before, and in fact, last year were one of my favorites because I almost bought the Metaxas Prinz Electrostatic. It actually was the first speaker that got me on this trek of finding the holy grail of electrostatic loudspeakers. And while the Metaxas Prinz didn't pass all of my tests when I went to demo it down in Miami, and I ended up with the Prodigio and the Vitorlas, and super happy with those. The Metaxas does deserve credit for getting me my brain working and focus back on electrostatics because they're so good. A massless driver, so much control, detail, no crossover parts, so many advantages. And when you get the mitigation of the negatives, it's holy grail. What Metaxas did this year, though, was quite innovative. They came out with a omnidirectional electrostatic using 4 of the Prinz speakers. And this is just a short demo I'm giving you. I only had a few minutes in there, but I'm definitely going to be listening to this further. And it reminds me of a brand, Muraudio, that I actually, before I even had a channel, I think I saw them at Rocky Mountain Audio Fest. Roland with the company is a subscriber and watches some of my videos. Maybe he'll correct me of when they first debuted. But I'll say the first time I heard a omnidirectional electrostatic, I wasn't all that impressed. I felt like I was listening to too many reflections instead of stereo sound. And that is the nature of omnidirectionals in general. It kind of can have a downside if you're truly in the sweet spot looking for true stereo sound and hearing the impulse just from the speakers. However, it's hard to deny in many cases, many rooms, many taste profiles, an omnidirectional speaker, especially in family rooms where you're often off axis, it can create an environment and envelopment that is unique and very preferable to people. So I want to hear this omnidirectional Prinz speaker in more detail, but I wanted to feature what I did see because I think a lot of people miss that. And look out for Muraudio too, because even though I didn't like their first iteration, I think in Rocky Mountain, I think they made one of my best of shows in Axpona probably a few years later when they created a hybrid. So stay tuned more on electrostatic omnidirectionals in the future. Enjoy this little preview now. All right, this is the new omnidirectional Metaxas Electrostatic.
This has got a lot of style. What's the name of this?
There is no politics, there is no politics. There are no wicked Babylonian coming with gimmicks. There are no fighting men, so make me come again. No one is threatening you with bloody Armageddon. So make me flash me locks. There is no paradox. Cause when you get right down to it, there is no orthodox. There are no Englishmen, no Palestinian. Cause when you get right down to it, we have to live above us. make me live it up. Just love and live it up. Just meditate and live this state and live your spirit up. We are not here, not over here. Get metaphysical, for we are spiritual. There are no higher ranks, there are no high street banks, there are no warmongers invading with the armored tanks. There is no space race, there is no rat race, there is nobody who is claiming that they own the place. We are not here, not over there. Get metaphysical, for we are spiritual. Your gender, your race means nothing when you are dealing with the true you.
It's an interesting cover. All right, omnidirectional
Learn to
electrostatic.
breathe and defend yourself from the weapons of mass destruction. You see, you do not have a spirit.
Haven't seen that since my friends up in Canada. I think Roland and them should be re-releasing some stuff soon. Really cool.
For the time.